So here I am in Corsica, and I made a really big mistake on the way down here.
Believe it or not, I've never made this mistake before, and what I did, I've left my petrol cap
At a petrol pump, and it's been impossible for me to try and find a replacement here in Corsica. Well, not impossible, but we're on the move all the time, so I can't always stop. But I've had a look at a couple of the universal ones.
And as you can guess, the Land Rover filling hose point is much greater than the diameter of these universal filling caps. So what I've had to do is fashion one out of a bit of Corsican driftwood. This is where that cheap tool I've got came in handy again. So once again I use this tool. Trusted tool. It's got a knife. It's got a saw. Needs some oil, WD-40.
I know it's not ideal, a petrol cap made out of wood, but I think it's very on point for Corsica. I'll just show you how I did it.
As soon as I noticed that I'd left the cap behind, the first thing I did was find something to plug the hole up, and of course that was a plastic bottle. That was the most obvious thing and the nearest thing to hand. After visiting a couple of garages and a few stores, I realised I wasn't going to get a replacement cap that easy. So after a few days I fashioned this plug, if you like, out of a piece of Corsican driftwood. As you can see, this was originally about 3 inches thick, so I had to get it down tapered to, and it was about this long, so I had to get it tapered. So how I did it, I used this tool initially, well, this tool all the way, and what I did initially, if I can get this sorted, initially was sawed all the way around that. You can see that saw in it, and I sawed all the way through that. See, I've sawn it to there, and snapped it off eventually. Then with this, I trimmed it down like that and like that, and as you see, bits fall off there. So this is me, my wife is filming me taking the mick.
So just to explain what you're doing.
I've lost my petrol cap.
You've lost your petrol cap.
Yeah, so I'm fashioning a petrol cap out of an old piece of wood. I'm an old man fashioning a petrol cap out of an old piece of Corsican wood.
Yeah, and you've been working on that since this morning, haven't you?
Yeah,
yeah.
Basic tools, as you can see. So as you can see from my wife's piece of video, that I actually worked on it for a good day, trying to get it the right shape. So that's the day on and off. I'm not overly happy with that now, so I've got to try and make something else. That was alright for the time being, and if you're worried about driftwood in Corsica, me wasting that bit, there's piles of it on this particular beach I got this from. So this particular beach was absolutely covered in driftwood, and reassuringly there was very, very little plastic in amongst it all. Corsica's a really clean place. So subsequent to that, I've come up with a different idea. So inspired by one of the universal type ones they sell in garages, which are too small for my liking, I found this on the beach, which looks about the right size, and I'm going to utilise this plastic bottle. See if I can come up with something. So using these two pieces of jetsam and flotsam, I decided I'm going to try and make like a plastic cap, because I'm worried about the chips of wood falling into my fuel tank. So rather than drill holes in the plastic, I decided to melt some holes with a heated up tent peg, because sometimes when you drill into plastic it splits. I've just got to cut that off there, that's a bit improvised, I know. So after a bit of adjustment, it seems to fit very well. In fact, it fits perfectly. Fits nicely inside the tube. Although this bit of jetsam or flotsam put together seemed to be quite successful, I've subsequently read that diesel can dissolve plastic bottles, so I don't want the dissolved plastic bottle in my diesel, so I've gone back to the wood, which will have to do for now until I can get another alternative replacement, or manufacture something a little bit more suitable. Thank you for watching, and if you can, please subscribe. And if anybody's got any suggestions, please let me know in the comments. Thank you.